Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Montgomery Wards Airline. It's a classic AM radio from the 1960s. This model number is 1178A. During this video, I'll perform a daytime AM band scan in the Chicagoland area. Here we can pick up with this little guy. I'm not sure, I never did a band scan during the day with it, so let's give it a go. First, go over features. Second, I'll do a size comparison. And third, we'll start cruising the daytime band. So here it is, the Wards Airline. It's a really cool portable I picked up off eBay about 6 years ago. I want to say maybe 25, 30 bucks. I don't remember exactly, but my review video will probably say how much I paid. Yeah, it's a really cool radio. Really enjoy it. It's a made in Taiwan one, but the Japanese parts in there, there's Hitachi Transistors. So I'm guessing that Montgomery Wards had a Japanese radio company make this radio for them. And of course, this brand, Airline, is synonymous with a bunch of different radios from Montgomery Wards. They had different multiband radios, shortwave radios, you name it, tabletops, even old AM tube style radios. If you cruise on the pay link section down below, you search on Airline on eBay there, you'll see a bunch of stuff come up, just absolutely amazing and really cool stuff. I mean, way old school vintage, even earlier than this, which is absolutely amazing. But I really like this radio. It's an awesome design. Yeah, so let's get to it. The features of the Wards Airline 1178A. So going to the left-hand side, we have our volume on-off control. We have an earphone jack, probably single ear only. That's what they were back in the day. In the front here, you can see, whoops, it says 8 transistor, and it says our AM band. We got one band on this radio, and it's marked 54 to 160, which is 1600, and it's kilocycles. That's what they used to call it. And then we have like a little mini log scale there. It's kind of nice. I guess you could mark it because you could use this area here. Why not? Down here, we have a 2.5-inch speaker, which sounds rather good. I mean, it's a bright tone. Got a little tiny dink there. I don't know what happened there. But otherwise, beautiful looking speaker grill. Love it. They don't make them like this anymore. They just don't. It's so cool that they hold up really well. Now, I think when I first got this, I did a capacitor replacement, like 3 of them. There's 4 of them in there that I could get to, but I got 3 of them done. And it really improved performance. Right inside, we have a tuning wheel. And of course, you can see that kind of chrome treatment. Go to the back. You kind of look into the radio there. See the different circuits in that. Let's see. It even says what the knobs do. It says Taiwan here, but like I said, there's a printed document on the inside. You know what? We could probably pop this open on camera here. Let me just see if I got a coin. It's got a little slot here on the bottom. Let's pop this open. So it runs on a 9-volt battery, which is pretty cool. Zips. Yeah, there we go. So it's got this label here. That's how I got the model number. I'll zoom in. It says Gen 1178A. I think you just go by the numbers. That's why I gave you the numbers there. It's got a serial number. It says printed in Japan. So that's why I'm leaning towards a Japan company. And then over here it says Japan on the speaker. And then the little transistors there, these silver cans, say Hitachi on them. You can see the newer capacitors I replaced. I placed 3 of them here. Electrolytic. There you go. There's one here I didn't get to. I don't know. It probably didn't have the right value for it. So I left it. But these 3 did the job. So yeah, I think it was working pretty well. Now up here we have a 2 3/8 inch ferrite antenna, which is wound beautifully and is really sensitive. So yeah, there it is. So let me see if I can get this back together on camera. We'll do a size comparison. Start cruising the band. But yeah, pretty cool. All right, it's always neat to look inside these radios, isn't it? All right, so if I can get this back together here. It's always got a hinge on top. And I noticed that if I'm not careful, there's some wires that stick out right here. Now that's kind of an issue, so I just use like a little toothpick and kind of push these headphone wire in there so we don't wreck them. There we go. All right, we got it all set up. Great. Okay, let's, I guess, zoom this up a little bit. Just a wee bit. All right, great. Size comparison, always have like a CC pocket handy. That gives us our time. There you go. You can see it's got a little heft to it. I like it. I mean, it's just cool. If you're shopping for these kind of radios, it's just a cool thing to have. I mean, if you can find this exact model, awesome. Kudos to you. I really think it's an awesome one. It's one of my favorites. I had some Arvins that were donated to the channel by Chuck. If you guys know who he is, he's awesome. Those are awesome radios as well. But yeah, here's our CC Pocket. It says 10:45. That's AM Central Standard Time. I'm in Chicago, Illinois. It is the end of January 2025. People want to know what month I'm filming and what time of day, of course. That is very important. I think it's about, I would say 4 hours after sunrise. And then we have CC Skywave in the house, AM FM weather airband shortwave radio. This is Skywave 2 actually. Did a few improvements on this radio. I'll use this as a frequency checker, typically at night. During the day I don't think I'll get lost, but if I do, I can always go to here to check what frequency we're on. So there's that. And of course we don't have those two radios in the house. We have a deck of cards, which most people probably have around, just to get an idea for size. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves vintage classic radios from Montgomery Wards land. Doesn't rhyme worth a lick, man. Oh yeah, but you get the idea, right? Iron Man, he rules. I rule. Choo. All right, off he goes. All right, let's turn this thing on. All right, so our volume left. I can remember that. It's been a while since I tuned this radio, actually. Turn it up. Now in the evening, it's a 1600 here. I got up to 16. I'm trying to think. I wrote it down. 1630. So I got up to 1630. During the day, I'll probably get to 1590 because my next station is 1640. I don't think this will get 1640, but there's a possibility. Okay, it's our first station there. This is a 540 WAUK Jackson, Wisconsin. So, of course, if you know AM radio, you have to tilt your top of your radio towards the station you're trying to receive. So, since I'm filming it from top down, I have to turn the radio like this to get the station here. Now, if it was standing up like this, you would just turn the radio like that. That's how simple that works. Let's go ahead and tune this one in.
A voice for real news and great conversation in Milwaukee. 540 WAUK. Imagine home. The smell of coffee, the sound of a lawnmower, the sun's warmth on your face. Free to be yourself. Surrounded by love that helps you grow.
So there you go. 540 WAUK. They gave the call letters. Jackson, Wisconsin. Awesome.
But in 50% of U.S. states,
the confirmation hearings will begin later in the week for RFK Jr., for Kash Patel, for FBI Director, Tulsi Gabbard. We're going to begin for a week. We're in for a ride, aren't we?
Here's 560 WIND Chicago, the answer.
We're going to Alaska, of course, in August, and we are almost ready to announce our Israel trip.
It's got a cool red indicator here.
Building resilient infrastructure in communities. These are grant programs that are supposed to elevate homes, supposed to move people out of the floodplain, maybe build like a living shoreline, maybe build a fire break. But this is kind of, I think we're still basically in kindergarten on it, right? Like we've only been doing it for...
So here's 580 WILL, Urbana, Illinois, which is an NPR station 150 miles to the southeast. So cardinal directions, north, east, south, west.
What the money can and can't be spent for. So I think, in the past...
I think that's 600 or 590. Probably it's kind of in between there. I'm not sure. It's really faint. I'm going to try the Turk Advantage passive loop. Put it next to it, perpendicular to the antenna. And I'm going to just tune the loop.
Absolutely, you can reach out to your local agent, and there are some companies that specialize in Israel.
And we're also hearing
Israel, Atlanta.
Get onto my podcast page, and we'll be excited.
To start connecting you with companies that specialize in Israel.
Okay, then we can just verify if that's 600 or 590. So let's go ahead and we're going to tune in the Skywave here to 600.
Fire agreement. The people just wanting to be like
So we're picking up 590 WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan. That's interesting. Cool. This is 135 miles east. Okay.
But we have to understand how we got here, and I think it's important for us to recognize that the Jewish people in general around the world have faced a lot of challenge. And I know that there are people politically motivated on the left specifically that are going to cite that Israel or Jewish people in a lot of...
So here's 600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles to the west. Yeah, got the loop here helping me out. I'm just leaving it here because I know it probably needs it, but we'll take the loop away and see what it does.
Really wasn't a lot of that conversation. As millions of people...
So you can hear a gain difference there.
And the reason I bring this up today is because today is the 80th anniversary. Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman, commerce and community. That's what we do on the Upswing. So what's your current impression of Kohl's? When was the last time you were at your neighborhood Kohl's?
Okay, that's some bright audio. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Kohl's shoppers want its new CEO to undo what the last one did. Long time.
In the case that admitted he laundered money on behalf of the Nigerian men who were this extortionist. Robertson kept 20%.
So that's pretty cool. It's all analog tuning. 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. Black Information Network.
Pled guilty for their
I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Keep bumping it.
Justice says they had more
There we
than
go.
100 victims.
Former Memphis Shelby County School District Superintendent.
Which is possible, because variance rules everything in a short series. Anybody can win.
Yeah, their job right now, front office, especially because when you don't extend your front office, people are sweating a little bit, is get it done now.
Here's 670, The Score, WSCR, Chicago, home of the Cubs, southeast. Chicago, everything in Chicago is going to be that direction.
No, they certainly, absolutely haven't. They haven't wanted to. And they've been upfront about it.
Thank you.
Thank you for the call. I think the people that live in some of those neighborhoods, there was a story over the weekend, maybe you saw it this morning, and this is the one that was chilling to me. There is a man and a woman. They have kids. I don't know their status, but I'm going to presume that they're not here, quote-unquote, legally.
Here's 720 WGN, Chicago.
Chicago for a few decades, and it appears as though they haven't done anything wrong. They have no criminal record.
Can't hover on the music, but 750 WNDZ, Portage, Indiana. Pretty cool that they got music programming now in the mornings.
Pothole patching on the Eisenhower, the details and traffic and weather together. Coming up next, it's 10:55.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
WBBM News Radio, 780, Chicago.
Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never...
You know, if you look at this radio, the majority of stations must have been 800, 530 to 800, because look at the difference. Now, from 800 to 1600, look how narrow this is going to be. It's going to be horrible. We'll see how this goes.
We've got over 40,000 people are learning how to get their emails read on the air.
Tim in Phoenix says the inspectors general that Trump fired are tasked with rooting out their particular...
820 WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois. Okay, let's get up here. Faint Station. Okay, so that's WNOV, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and that's going to be, I guess it's 250 watts, and it's 50 miles to the north there. So, yeah, dust off my... I'm under a vent here. All right, cool. So let's go ahead, keep going. Yeah, this is really cool how I can pick up low power stations. This radio, nice. Okay, right here. You can just hear a voice. It's East Lansing, Michigan. It's WKAR, 195 miles east. Let's bring the loop in, see if we can't clarify that. That'll be interesting. Turn the volume up a little bit.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from the Lemelson Foundation, working to harness the power of invention and innovation to accelerate climate action and improve lives around the world. Learn more at lemelson.org.
Very cool. All right, let's keep going.
I'm talking about the Wuhan Red Death.
Here's 890 WLS Chicago, the big 89.
Communist laboratory in Wuhan.
Showing in absolute transparency every detail of your project.
We pay less, you pay less.
Infinity provides multiple budget options, including financing immediately.
Warranted, guaranteed quality, installing, peace of mind. InfinityRoofing.com.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like this clean line. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get the green for today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you.
Okay, 920 WOKY, the Big Badger, not the Big Badger anymore, excuse me, Fox Sports, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I should have known that.
Easy to use app for music and radio. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
All right, Chuck, hang in there, man. You can do it? Yeah. Yep. All right. God bless you. Okay, bye-bye. Wow.
Okay, God bless you says it all. 930 WKBM, Sandwich, Illinois, Relevant Radio.
Thank you for listening. We'll do it again tomorrow morning, same Pat time, same Pat channel. And in the meantime, I'll pray for you, and I hope you'll please pray for me. And in the meantime,
Bringing Christ to the Bringing Christ to the world through the media.
WNTD Chicago, WKBM Sandwich, and W256D Cloverdale.
Okay, so they did say WNTD first. This is 950, WNTD Chicago, Relevant Radio. Then they referred their sister station, 930, WKBM.
I'm Glenn Leverins with Relevant Radio News.
I tried to get 940 WFAW, but it's kind of sandwiched in between, so yeah, they have some good music at night.
Immigration raids are in full force. ICE reported
resolutions for 2020. And as we approach the end of January, you can almost hear the sound of those resolutions breaking. There are better ways.
970 WHA, Madison, Wisconsin, 72 miles to the northwest.
A fellow at UW-Madison Center for Healthy Minds, and the purpose...
On YouTube right now. Subscribe at ESPN 1000 Chicago. Did you hear this one?
My wife told me.
There you go. The call letters are WMVP. This is ESPN Radio, Sports Radio, Chicago. And it looks like our dial is dead on. Accurate. Good. Now we got all that in that little part.
I was kidding. Yes. Cap's got
Sounds good.
greatness sweatshirts to sell. You know how that works, Cap.
Being analog helps a little bit, but selectivity gets a little more of a challenge. 1030 WNVR, Vernon Hills, Illinois.
He said it didn't have enough evidence to make a determination on COVID's origin. During a bulk of that time, scientists who
1050 WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
by the mainstream,
North.
anyone who put out that was cast off as conspiracy peddling. The CIA now joins the FBI and Energy Department in favoring this.
Music there is WHFB, Benton Harbor, Michigan, 95 miles to the east.
A teardrop and a heart.
Your choice, just $1. The Kessler's nearest you. Visit Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
Steve website for the deal. BillsRapid.com.
1070 WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin. And right next to it is 1080 WNWI, Oaklawn, Illinois, with the foreign speaker.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out?
Teraz hipotezę o pochodzeniu z laboratorium przyjmuje nowy dyrektor agencji, John Agradecemos a todas las personas que están continuamente conectadas con nosotros y sobre todo
1110 WXCS Chicago.
qué maravilloso. Estos son ustedes, mis hermanos y mis hermanas, que son
Podcasting, the Mark Belling Podcast on the iHeart app or wherever you get your podcast. May 1st. Talk to you then.
1130 coming in nice and clear. WISN Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I've been doing this for over 40 years, so I think it's safe for me to...
No, we don't want them. And it really broke out there for a few hours, and it got pretty intense. What I would like to hear from you, though, and we'll discuss it, I'm sure you've heard some of what went down.
Here's 1160 WYLL Christian Radio, Hope for Your Life, Chicago.
That very quickly turned to calm.
There we go. The Squirrels on My Radio, 1180 WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois. Squirrels on My Radio, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, this is a cool station. I like to listen to it. It's college town music, but I'm sure the college kids aren't listening to it. Just a guess. They might be, but who knows. Okay. Well, there's 1200 WRTO Chicago. This little classic's ticking. I like it. There's 1220 WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois.
De Margarita, sí señor, Zuli.
Ah, okay.
Los Cardenales de Lara se convirtieron en el...
Okay, I think we jumped right to 1240 WSBC Chicago.
La Liga Venezolana.
Right here. Okay, so you heard him say good morning, Wisconsin. WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin. It's an agro station. It's kind of difficult picking up between the two stations there, 1240 and 1220. So there's 1240. Okay, music here is 1260 to WKZ, Monroe, Wisconsin, 60 miles away. Always a hard station to get, typically. We got the loop, put a perpendicular again, Turkey Advantage. This thing's just an amazing piece of equipment to have if you're an avid AM listener. It works with all your AM radios. Go ahead and just tune it up. I gotta turn this purple knob to the correct frequency that's displayed there. So. Not a huge improvement, but a little bit of gain. Alright, let's keep going.
A near trade war with Colombia on a Sunday afternoon. The House Republican retreat in Miami.
I think they boosted their power here. I think this is 1280 WBIG, Aurora, Illinois. It's been quiet for quite a while, but now they're louder.
The Wadwani AI Center at CSISN by our signature panel, Jeannie Shanzano and Rick Davis.
Got a hint of music on 1290 to be ZTI, Greenfield, Wisconsin, Fonz FM. They always have good music, but really hard to pick up. I usually need like one of my big radios with a 200 millimeter ferrite, 8-inch antenna in that sucker to really pull the station in. But this little guy's doing it, but it's struggling a little bit. But of course, it's a small radio. And it's, it's older than me. It's got to be 60 years old. It's amazing. It's still rocking. Love it.
Programs and also our own J.D. Vance went on the Sunday shows with CBS's Margaret Brennan, very smug leftist.
Okay, so it's getting really hard to tune. 1310 WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah, getting that selectivity is a little bit of a challenge now. So we're going to move up. We're going to go to a music station over here. 1360, hopefully. Wow, I'm not picking it up. Okay. Okay, I think that's gonna be either. Yeah, I think it's gonna be up there. I think it's gonna be 14 or 1380. Let's try that. 1360. All right, we made it. We hit it. Okay, I thought I was going the wrong way. WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois. All right, cool. This direction. College Town again. Sycamore and DeKalb right next to each other. Okay, more music on the station next to it, 1380 WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. I'm afraid to tune it because I probably won't get this station back in. This is 1390 WGRB, Inspiration Radio, Chicago.
In the afternoon here with a low of 25, heading on into Friday night as we end January. Then we head on into the weekend for Saturday, starting here February 1st. We see mainly cloudy skies, high of about 35 degrees.
Here's 1410, I believe, WRMN, Elgin, Illinois.
Saturday night, about 25% chance.
1430 WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois.
The Columbia interaction is, I think, Trump perfection. And for people out there who may have been...
1440 WROK, Rockford, Illinois. Got political talk. I'll tell you what, if you need to listen to your politics, you got it on AM band. If you need to hear sports, you got it on AM band. Music, if you live near me, you got it on the AM band, which is fantastic. I hope to keep the AM band alive. Around by me, there's just so much on it. And then when I post these videos and different things, people in Europe, they don't have the AM band like we do here, AM broadcast band. It's really interesting. They're going all that digital FM, and that's it. And they're not happy with that. So, yeah, I wonder if they'll ever bring it back. I think once they take it away, you never get it back. So, I hope they never take this away. So, yeah. AM forever, dudes and dudettes. I gotta say that because I got 0.6% female audience. Yeah, 0.6%. Awesome.
White House spokesperson now put out essentially acknowledging total victory for Trump.
Kind of faint Hispanic speaker there. 1450 WRLL, The Real, Cicero, Illinois. Sometimes it comes in good, sometimes it comes in bad. We're almost through here.
3 spots. The next week it'll go up 5 spots. The next week 2, and then the next week it'll jump 6. Ty Smith and minor offenses started their climb. They're all the way up to 26 this week after being 34 last week. So let's root on our little brother, if you will, continuing to climb up eventually into the top.
Okay, I think this is Iron Country, 1490 WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin.
Now, Ty Smith and the minor offenses, and man, he will always have a home here on Iron Country. We got George Jones when we return.
George Jones, yeah, that sounds like Iron Country to me. Yeah, we skipped over a lot of stations to jump right to here. I mean, there was no way I could tune those faint Wisconsin stations in. We went right from 1500, 1490 to 1590. This is WCGO, Evanston, Illinois, directly east. Oh, here we go.
Quickly after coming into the Catholic Church, and my both knowledge of and love of.
This is good. This is 1640 WSJP, Sussex, Wisconsin. I wasn't sure if I was going to get 1640, but here we are.
Office, it really is, and it's that you get it done. Those two things.
Wow.
Those two things
I wonder if I wrote down that was wrong, 1630 kilohertz. You know, I wrote that down for nighttime tuning. Maybe I just wasn't tuned correctly. But yes, this is 1670 is a zone. WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin. Nice.
Of positivity. So if you've got some things to look at and say, okay, Packers-wise, I'm pretty excited about, that's it.
That there may be more. It's like, you know, the Trump, the Wayans brothers. Wait, there's more. You know, you think a scary movie.
So we're getting the entire band. Okay, cool. 1690 WBON Chicago. Definitely we'll just do a frequency check on that just to be sure. And then we'll call it. Yeah, nice.
Housing. Environment. You know, like I'm talking about eggs. I'm going to go all in on eggs.
Nice. Oh, it sounds so much better than the analog.
Auburn Gresham community. My cousin live over there. He likes to say he lives in Beverly.
There we go. The Wards Airline 1178A. If you can find one, get one. It's so cool. And if you've got a little bit of soldering skill, you can make this thing last a long time. Now, I believe the volume pot is serviceable. It has like a little brass a nut on there. I use like little those pliers to unscrew it. And I was able to get to the potentiometer to clean it. You want to use like a deoxic fader formula, the FN5. Always use this with your volume pots. Definitely do not use any kind of solvent-based formula. Use this one for safety so you don't remove the carbon deposit that's put on there so it can have the variable resistance for volume. So, yep, that's the good stuff. This little can does cost like $17, but you won't use it up. It'll take forever. It's got a low, medium, high setting on it as well. I have it on low. One tiny quick spritz and it's done. I mean, just tiny little hit of the top and your volume will be good for years. So, yeah, good stuff. And yeah, always keep that on hand. Yeah, so is there a market for the Wards Airline, this particular radio, in 2025 and beyond? To be honest with you, a radio that survives 60 years and still works on a portable, okay, is really nice. AM band, there's a lot there. I mean, you get your news, weather. I actually go to my AM band for my news weather. I mean, there's the NOAA weather, of course, as well. But sometimes they're giving, like, by me, there's like the lake reports, and they do that forever. So sometimes I'm waiting forever just to get my temperature, my current temperature, which is annoying. But this radio, yeah, you tune into your AM station. I got weather on the 8s with WBBM 780, and it's great. Another reason why you'd want this radio, a big one, or a radio similar to this, is it runs on a 9-volt battery. And I was told by a lot of people who live in disaster areas like Florida, where they have hurricanes all the time. They're always evacuating. Possibly California now with the fires they have out there. If you need to evacuate with a radio and you want to know what's going on because your cell phone, your towers are dead, and you want to know what terrestrial radio is doing, you might want to get a good AM radio that runs on a 9-volt battery. Reason being is that a lot of times when you go to the store during a panic situation, people buy the heck of these AA's up for their flashlights, their radios, everything that has AA's, because everything runs on these nowadays, right? But they don't run on 9-volt batteries as much because they're only in smoke alarms, pretty much, and that's about it. So people overlook those, and I guess that's the only thing you'll find on the shelves during a disaster are 9-volt batteries. Well, what a better thing to pick up, 9-volt batteries for your radio. I mean, that's an amazing thing. And then you'll get quite a bit of runtime with the 9-volt if you run the volume low. And also they make those little LED toppers for the 9-volt, so you can make like a mini flashlight out of your 9-volt for emergency lighting. That's also a neat little thing. So just put it out there that it is worth getting a classic radio like this for practicality. As a backup radio to your normal AA powered radios. And just putting it out there. And again, you don't have to spend a fortune. I mean, you can pick up radios like this fairly cheap. Sometimes you can find a deal. Thrift stores sell them sometimes for $5 or $10 because they don't know what they have. I mean, this is a great radio. I mean, it's fantastically built inside there. And yeah, I'm really impressed. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give a big like if you did. 2, if you like classic radios such as the Wards Airline. Subscribe at the bell icon. Get notified of future videos. And 3, comment below what you think about this particular model. Would you pick one up in 2025? Do you like the idea of the 9-volt battery operation? Anything you want to add to this? Let me know. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.